Welcome back to the Chronicles of Chris's Fishroom. Tonight I want to take you through my saltwater tanks. They're both very low-tech tanks. Just started the saltwater about a year and a half ago. Haven't delved into the coral world as of yet, but I am enjoying the saltwater fish. This tank is run on a Fluval 406. It's got two hang on the backs, which are mainly just for polishing the water. It's got about 15 to 20 fish in it right now. It also has two banded coral shrimp, and it has a bunch of hermit crabs and snails in it as well. Inside the tank I've got two power heads going, both for circulation and to keep things as clean as possible. I don't have any high-tech lighting on this tank or anything spectacular like that. It's just a fun tank that we enjoy in the fish room. To start with, I had several firefish in here, and I wasn't very good at keeping a lid on the tank or keeping it sealed as much as I needed to. So I'm down to one firefish in here. Unfortunately, it's about a 3-hour drive for me to get any more saltwater fish, so it's gonna have to wait till I have time to get back up to Calgary. We've also got a nice yellow tang that's decided to go front and center for us. It started out probably a lot smaller than that, probably the size of a loony or toonie, and it's grown up quite a bit in this tank. We've also got a flame angel, and we have a Niger triggerfish, which is really unique and fun fish to watch swim. We've got some blue Chromis, we've got some Pajama Cardinals, we've got 3 clownfish. They're currently on a diet of mysa shrimp, pellets, algae wafers, some seaweed from time to time. They seem to be getting along just fine on that. I didn't mention him when I was talking a little bit earlier. A bunch of great looking fish, and they're fun just because they're a little bit different than the freshwater tanks. Different swimming habits, different eating habits. It's funny how they can all disappear into the rocks in a heartbeat. The coral banded shrimp, they're kind of hiding back in there. I don't think we'll get a good view of them. They only come out basically when it's dark, but I didn't know if they would get along, but they're always hanging out together. I did try some peppermint shrimp in here, and they didn't last long with those guys. The one little black and white clownfish, he kind of hangs out here by himself. The two orange regular clownfish are kind of bullies to him a little bit, and he just found his own place. Didn't mention that there's a couple damsels in here as well. I think everybody's quite a bit bigger than them, so they definitely do their best to get along with everyone. It's just like a cichlid tank. When you feed them though, they swarm the food and they get right into it. The other saltwater tank is kind of my quarantine tank. I keep some damsels in here to keep it cycled. I got lots of little hermit crabs in here. Again, low tech. It's got a Aquaclear 70 on it. This is a 36-gallon bowfront, and it's also got a very old FX1. I don't even know what it's called actually, but the first ones that come out. These guys are absolutely not the friendliest fish when it comes to being tank mates, and so this is a good spot for them for the time being. And see if we can get them to come out so you can see what they look like. They're a pretty fish just like the clownfish, but they are, like I said, a lot meaner. This tank does have some aptasia in it, which is unfortunate, but that's part and parcel to having the live rock. There are bristleworms in this tank too. I see them from time to time, but they keep the sand dug up pretty good, so they're not a bad thing. Everybody's being very camera shy. Well, when it comes to saltwater, I was always afraid to get into it because of all the hassle and problems people say it is, and it is a lot more difficult in the sense you have to have a 35-gallon pail of salt water going all the time, filtering and heated for your water changes. But I've got that in the corner, and I've got a pump that leads right to the tanks, and I just drain out 5 gallons at a time and fill it up 5 gallons at a time, and do those changes every couple of weeks. Speaking of bristleworms, there's one right there. Definitely not my favorite part of the salt water. I'm a little bit squeamish, a little bit of a girl, as my daughter would say, but just part of the live rock. This domino damsel is quite large. He's just about as big as the tang, so they get quite large, and as I've said, they're not the best tank mates. Well, I'll leave you with a shot of the little hermit crabs. They're a lot of fun. They're always busy. When I take the live rock out, when I'm trying to get rid of the Saptasia, I basically take the live rock out, have some boiling water and dump it on the rock, do one at a time, and get rid of it. But it always comes back because I never get it all gone at one time. But the little hermit crabs, they're a lot of fun. So are the snails. Definitely add some different to the hobby. So thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, please leave them below, and thanks for watching.
Hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Bye!